Greetings. Here's Frank Kessler, analyst with OKM. I'm a freelancer. Um, I always appreciate a like, a click, a subscribe here to my channel. Take a look at it, see if you like it. If you really do like it, great. You want to join in on the Patreon? Great. I always look for extra assistance and help. But let's go on here and let's start off with your scans, because these scans here, they're real important. And with all that's being said and done, you want to make sure that you're doing this. So I'm going to come in here, and what I want to do is the very first thing is I want to see what kind of characteristics we have here. So I'm going to click on the characteristics button, and look at that. I have the length and the width. I click on OK because there is no information. So let's continue on here. Let's get rid of this 3D view. The 3D view, okay, it's all right. But what you're getting with the 3D view is you're getting an assumption of where is what. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click into modifiers. This 3D modifier optimizer, I'm going to get rid of it. I want to delete it altogether. Now I'm going to come over here to visualization. I'm going to click on this visualization tab, and I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and it's going to say scan type surface, and then this is done here, your cross section, your surface cross section. Bring those to 0. What it's going to do, it's going to take away that background drop, take it to 0. Now take a look at here, and okay, and I have the active screen going on here, and we can pull it apart and start to see actually what we're looking at. Okay, and there's more than one way right now. You want to magnify the screen just a little bit, magnify it, make it look a little bit bigger. If you have a mouse, take a little mouse, roll that mouse pin here, grab hold of the screen, pull it across one another. There's just more than one way to do it, because however you're going to look at it, make sure it's big enough that you can see it. If you're only on the for example, if it's a OKM EXP 6000 or 5500 or even the new 7000, you're getting a great view, but you're not going to have everything that you want to have here. So now let's continue on down the line. Okay, and I'm going to go through here and look at here. As I just see here, I'm just circling this one anomaly here, and I have a possible there and I have a possible there, but it's not consistent. It's not in each and every row. Meaning I've got it in the one row, I've got it in the next row a little bit, but I got it again in the other row. What are we doing? When I'm looking at this, what are we doing? And then I look here, and I'm looking at our subsurface here. What's going on here? Am I swinging this? Am I moving it back and forth? Am I changing the height? Why am I getting this? It's gotta be straight and smooth and all the way through. We can't make it like this. This has to be just a little bit here. So like a machine, always the same height, always the same speed. What you're trying to do is you're trying to duplicate and replicate so that you can see if there's anything in the ground. This is important, okay? If you have enough background, great. But I'm looking at this, it's 2.3 meters long. This scan is so short. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a piece of electrical conduit? Going out here, looking, changing the colors. The reds and blues and greens, they're great, but sometimes just going here, changing the colors, you can see the anomalies a little differently. As I'm looking over here, I can still see there are the anomalies in here, but it's not, there's nothing really significant. Comes to the question, what are you looking for? Can help you out just a little bit if we knew what it is. Okay. But as we're walking, are we walking straight? Are we walking crooked? Are we going in a circular motion? I come into the characteristics tab here. Look, there's nothing there. I have no information and nothing. Come on, people. Help me out a little bit. Help out anybody. We're taking a look at the other metadata here. There's nothing in there. This is all standard information. I don't know what the background is. I don't know what the surface conditions are. I don't know where you're scanning. Nothing. So with a little bit of assistance and a little bit of information, giving you that necessary help is great. Let's look at this scan here. continuing on, going on to the next scan. I'm seeing irregularities throughout, and I'm not seeing any consistency. And I'm going through these different scans here. Take a look at them. I got one here. There's nothing at all in this one. This one here is also showing absolutely nothing. It's just all natural background. Moving on here. Do I have a little bit? Perhaps, but I don't know. There's nothing that I can see here that's really significant. And then we're continuing on. I'm checking the characteristics. Nothing in there. I have no information. I look at this scan. Boom, down, up, down, up, down, up. What am I looking here? Look at extreme, down, up, down, up. I have a possible anomaly, but I don't know. Here we walk nice and smooth. I don't really see anything. I don't see really anything in this one either. Maybe a little one here at the top, and then we're coming on to the next one. So I'm going back and forth, and I'm just trying to put here. And I look at this very end, and I'm going, oh, wow, look at that. We have a winner. And I open up the characteristics box, and it tells me test. This means that they did something to test the equipment. Golly, gosh darn whiz, the equipment's working. This is a test scan. And as I'm looking at this test scan, I'm going, wow. Okay, that's how it works. That's how it looks. These are important things. To the users, please, let's give all the information. Let's fill in the blanks. You want to send the data? You want us to analyze the data? Great, let's do it. Give us some information. Make the scans long enough so that we can see if there's a background. A 2-meter long scan. What are you looking for? Something very, very small? An electrical wire? A conduit? A piece of fiber optic? Okay, that will work. But if I'm looking for a tunnel, a cave, a burial, 2 meters is a little small. One straight line could be a little narrow, because you have to remember, if you're 1 centimeter away from the target, you're still 1 centimeter away. A normal burial is probably between, let's say if I'm going to bury something 2 meters deep, I'm looking for an excavation of at least 1 meter by 1 meter, a minimum of it. Most likely more at the surface, because as you're coming down, it becomes conical. So if a 2 meter deep hole, I might be looking at 125 centimeters. I may be looking at 150 centimeters, probably not more than that, but that's how big a hole becomes, so we can see what's underneath there. All right, thank you very much for sending in these scans. I'm gonna finish up this video, process it, get it up online. Thank you. This is Frank. Join my Patreon. Like, click, subscribe.